Welcome back to Backward Point Podcast. My name is Nazar Sayed. We are reviewing the most important pre-Asia Cup, pre-Tri Nation, pre-Asia Cup, pre-Tri Nation team squad review. We are reviewing, let me get this correct. We are reviewing the UAE, Afghanistan, and Pakistan Tri-Series preview.
The big three.
The big three, as they call it in Asia. Nobody else is bigger than these guys. We're going to be going in depth on squad formations and how the Tri Nation is going to be facing up 2 days left at the point of this recording of this podcast. So we're very eagerly excited. But before that, with me as always, my brother Michael was the Liam to my Noel.
I'm Liam?
You're younger.
No, but I think I'm more mature.
I would disagree with that.
If this podcast ever breaks up, it's going to be because of you, not me.
No, I did nothing. No, I'm not throwing no plums on you. But Oasis does have a little bit of cricket history. In 1995, when they were recording their seminal What's the Story Morning Glory album, the one with the big hits, Submarine Supernova, Wonderwall, Don't Look Back in Anger, Cast No Shadow, all that. There was a fight that broke out between Noel and Liam, as always. And I think Noel picked up a cricket bat and ran after Liam in the studio and threw it at his head.
That's happened to us in Pakistan.
That has happened to
I
us.
once ran after you the cricket bat.
There we go. That's why. So we both are wearing Oasis shirts, Oasis merchandise, because we
Not
both...
planned.
I've been wearing this all day. We just had Oasis last night. Once in a lifetime experience. Absolutely amazing, phenomenal, biblical, mad for it. All that. It was
I just
insane.
went there to support two brothers trying to make it.
I
So
agree.
one day when Backward Point does a live show, you guys can come. The karma can come back and help us.
I've been obsessed with Oasis for such a long time because of that, because of the brother chemistry. Like, no other band makes it happen like they do. You got to make it happen, as they say in the song.
You think if one day Kamran Akmal and Omar Akmal make a band,
There is no brother duo that does it like Liam Noel do. That's just the fact. You can go.
well, the Akmals have a trio because Adnan also played for Pakistan.
So let's go right off the top of their heads, right?
AKU.
The most iconic brother duo in cricket. Let's go. You got the Waugh brothers,
Waugh brothers.
right? You got the
Pathan brothers.
the Pathan brothers, yes. Even though Irfan Pathan is kind of on the news for some other stuff recently. You got the Flower brothers, Andy Flower and the other one,
Grand Flower.
Grand Flower. Thank you.
Hussey.
That's a really good one.
Mike Hussey, David Hussey.
Marsh brothers,
Mitch Marsh, Sean Marsh.
right? We got the Akmals.
We got the Akmals.
Who else?
We have the Shah trio. Naseem
The
Shah,
trio.
Ubaid
But,
Shah.
Ubaid and what's the other one? Hunan really have some stuff to prove now.
the Ilahi brothers.
Ilahi
Salim
brothers?
Ilahi.
The Muhammad brothers.
I think they were brothers, but they also had one of their sons also played. Shoaib
Yeah.
Muhammad also played.
Sure, Muhammad also played, yeah. So we got those. What else we got? Who else are we missing? Kind of put cousins in there. We got
Bravo.
Bazid and Imran Khan.
Darren Bravo and
Bravo. That's a really good
Dwayne
call.
Bravo.
Good call, yes. Craig Brathwaite, Carlos Brathwaite. Not
No,
related.
not related, no.
Just wanted to confirm that for the fans, not me.
Shea Hope also has a brother, I think.
I'm thinking there's more in the Australian team, man. No?
Oh, Kareem Jannat and Asghar Afghan.
They're brothers?
They're brothers, yeah.
Okay, wow. So again, iconic duos, but still Noel and Liam for me beat them. Obviously not cricket players. Oh, not cricket players, but iconic
Nathan
duos.
McCullum, Brendan McCullum.
There we go. That's the one. Baz Ball. So yeah, that's why we're wearing Oasis merch, guys. I hope you guys are fans of Oasis. If not, then please check them out. They're a great band. Brotherhood redefined. Also, we had, if you guys are more interested, check out Supersonic, the documentary directed by Matt Whitecross, who was on a version of this podcast a few years ago. So we're always open to that.
Getting into the actual preview of this tri-series.
This is not the preview?
This is a very important series.
No, this is
I
the-
don't know why you're joking about it. You're making funny jokes.
You're only
We're 5 minutes into recording and we haven't talked about the series yet.
you're only saying this because you're stressed out that Pakistan might lose to UAE.
And Afghanistan. In
Both.
these
So you
conditions,
think Pakistan not winning a single game?
this might be a tough series for Pakistan.
All right. Well,
The good thing is we have the squad announced for the Asia Cup from now. So I hope nobody panics. I hope that we can back these same guys, the same management until the next 1 month. Because starting August 29th, we are getting into the business end of the cricket season this year. Perhaps one of the biggest cricketing events in Asia. starting off with this tri-series, building up towards the Asia Cup. And the first match happens on August 29th, Pakistan versus Afghanistan. Interesting thing about this tri-series is that all the matches are happening in Sharjah, whereas none of the matches in the Asia Cup are happening in Sharjah.
Now, Sharjah as a stadium has been historically pretty good for Pakistan.
It's been all right.
Okay. Why would you say that?
Because we lost to Afghanistan there a couple of years back, 2-1,
2-1.
with a young team.
Young team. But a lot of those guys who were actually playing in that team are in this current team.
Simon Ayub, Mohammad Haris.
Exactly. And a lot more veteran, a lot more games under their belt. And I would say that these guys are not the backbone of Pakistan cricket. So things have changed, even though Sharjah sounds like a scary name right now if you're playing Afghanistan there.
Yeah, so how this tri-series works is that there's 3 teams, Pakistan, UAE, Afghanistan. They're going to play each other twice in a round robin. And then there is a final match of the top 2 teams. So I think we've talked about Pakistan squad quite in detail in the Pakistan squad preview. We haven't talked about the Afghanistan team or the UAE team, which is the UAE team hasn't been announced yet. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Sharjah ground. I do think, in all seriousness, this is a very important series because Pakistan is playing in the UAE conditions. This will be our first test in these conditions. It might even tell us how Pakistan will do in the Asia Cup. But Pakistan's opponents are not to be taken easily. Pakistan and Afghanistan head-to-head have played 7 matches. 4 of them won by Pakistan, 3 by Afghanistan. And almost all those matches have been neck-to-neck. Pakistan winning in the last over or with a few balls to spare, or Afghanistan winning nominally. It's never been easy. And looking at the Afghanistan squad, I think they have all the bases covered to perform well in these conditions.
Now, before we go deep into the Afghanistan squad, I genuinely have a question. Is this because Afghanistan is a better team, or is this because Pakistan has not been playing good cricket against Afghanistan that they made it this close or lost?
I think Afghanistan actually is a very good team. We're forgetting they were the top 4 of the last T20 World Cup. They beat Australia in the last T20 World Cup. So they have a formidable team. They've built incredible bench strength to the fact that I think there was a point where Mujibur Rahman wasn't making their playing 11, or Noor Ahmed was on the bench, or Qais Ahmed was not making the squad. So they, in terms of spin bowling, they are probably top 3 teams in the world. And looking at their squad, I don't know how they're going to pick a playing 11, but whatever they do end up picking, quality spinners, batting depth, all-rounders.
I think there's an overlap between the rise of this Afghanistan team and then the downfall. There's a point where they meet, and that's when when the Pakistan and Afghanistan team games were used to be competitive, and then now it's like, oh my god, that's why the Pakistanis are genuinely terrified of this Afghanistan UAE series. It's because the momentum this series carries forward into the Asia Cup, into the future World Cup, will be everything.
There's also a parallel rise of league cricket with the rise of Afghanistan players.
Yeah.
I think they've benefited a lot from playing in the IPL, CPL, Big Bash League, PSL.
T20, don't forget
They've
that.
gotten a lot of exposure. They've gotten a chance to rub shoulders with some of the great players that we have in the franchise circuit. So, like I said, they're not a team to be taken lightly. And I think Pakistan's biggest challenge is going to be Afghanistan in this tri-series.
Can I preface the eventual potential loss to UAE already? Can I do that right now in this podcast, in this moment?
Sure.
I just think the volume size that Pakistan is chasing against UAE might allow them to sneak in a win.
We're talking about sneaking in a win against UAE.
We were talking about, yes.
Pakistan, a test-playing nation, sneaking in a win against UAE.
Yes.
All right.
So they'll be able to sneak one win. Pakistan will win one. There is a chance. There is a chance. And I think this might be early on in the tournament where Pakistan stumble, struggle, or just full on implode and give UAE the win. If that happens, I want my fellow brethren who support this podcast and listen to Pakistan cricket and listen to Backward Point to remain calm. Just to quote an incarcerated Prime Minister of Pakistan, "Apne ghabrana nahi hai." It might happen. Just chill. All right? Believe in the team that you've set up, and whatever happens after that, just know that we are here for you.
I think my stance on this team, this management, is that I want to wait until the Asia Cup finishes to give my initial critique of this team, and then ultimately, I think I want to wait till the next T20 World Cup before I can be extremely critical of what's happening.
Can I,
I want to give this management, this captain, this 15-man squad time to cook.
can I give you an unreasonable scenario? For example, Pakistan lose 2-0 against UAE and get booted out of the Tri Nation, don't even play the final, but beat India and then play the final and win the final in the Asia Cup. What is your thought going to be?
Winning the Asia Cup?
Yeah.
Far more important than winning this Tri Series.
But you lose against UAE.
That's fine.
So you won't be.
You lose, you learn, but then you beat India and then you win the Asia Cup.
So you're on the optimistic on dial right now. You're like, bro, it doesn't matter against UAE. We got to win against India.
Look, my stance is that we've lost the last 4 to 5 major tournaments with the same faces. And so now that we have a new management, a new captain, some fresh new legs in this team, let's give them a chance and let's see what happens with this squad. Because we've been vocal about how Pakistan's style of play in this format, particularly how they approach their batting innings, their power play. So I feel like I want to see how far this team goes with this new mantra they have of playing aggressive cricket. And I was just doing some of my own research and making possible playing 11s, combinations, and the amount of squad depth that we have just in the 17-man squad. I was struggling to make a playing 11 in a good way, because I was like, okay, you can do this, you can take that person out, put this person in. If you want to play 2 spinners, this could be your possible combinations. If you want to play 1 spinner, you have part-timers. So a lot of leeway for this management to pick literally the best possible playing 11 for these conditions.
Now, in the notes you have that a lot of these games will be played in Sharjah, and in the last 3 years, the average run per over in Sharjah has been 7.55. So that means that 150 to 160 could be a par score.
So there's a caveat to this.
Right.
So I have 2 lists of stats here. The first stat is for all T20 internationals played in the last 3 years here. So this is, again, UAE games, Pakistan games, Asia Cup games, and
like cricket qualifiers,
like international matches, right? So the average runs per over in the last 3 years in the Sharjah ground is 7.55. So according to this average, the par score should be between 150 to 160. However, when I look at the recent stats of all the IL T20 matches played this year in Sharjah, average run per over is 8.84. So scores around 180 should be above par or par. The interesting part with all the games in the IL T20
In
Sharjah is that all 8 matches played this year were won by the teams chasing. But the overall stats of this ground in T20Is says there's a 50-50 chance of winning if you bat first or if you field first. So I don't know whether to consider the overall stats of the last 3 years in T20Is, or should I look at the IL T20 stats that were played earlier in the year? Because I think different conditions pose different times of the year, have different conditions in the UAE, and the biggest threat to game conditions is dew. Whenever there's dew, it's easier to chase because the ball gets wet. It's harder to grip the ball. I think it just gets easier to bat. So all 8 matches in the IL T20 this year were won by teams chasing.
Yep, and I think you should look at the 3-year average of the T20Is more so than the ILT20. ILT20, the way basically, I don't know, the standard of cricket being played there, if it's as high as international cricket, but international cricket has its own level of pressures when it comes to it. And I think that reflects better on what the style of game would be. My only concern, and I don't want to be that guy, by the way, I'm going to be that guy, but I don't want to be that guy. When I see what's 150 to 160 being par, begs the question why Babar can't be the team.
Come on, bro.
Hey, the media has not let this go yet. Like,
how about we let this go?
Most likely, every time he is being interviewed, if he's not playing cricket with somebody, is asked about Babar Azam. And so, like, I just trying to keep the conversation that the zeitgeist is involved in this podcast. If 160, 170 is the par, we know Babar is the guy to do that.
We were in Florida for the second T20I, and Babar, Rizwan, and Naseem Shah were also in Florida because the ODI team got to Florida just to get acclimatized to the conditions. And I think you guys saw on TV, there was a moment where What we heard was that initially Babar, Rizwan, and Naseem Shah were not planning to come watch the match, but then Mohsen Naqvi came to watch the match, and then I think he asked them to come watch as well. And
He invited them and they accepted the invitation.
yes,
But they were not planning.
they were not planning to come watch the match. So Mohsen Naqvi was seen having a very deep conversation with Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan. I wonder what the agenda was. I wonder what they talked about. I guess we'll never find out.
We'll never find out, yes.
Just going back to the dew factor, I looked up some of the conditions in the UAE, and it mentioned that you can find dew in the summer months leading up to spring and fall. So June to September is said to be where you can find the most amount of dew due to the humidity. So given that this is the end of August and September is starting literally in a week, the dew factor could be a possibility. I don't want to comment too much. I want to watch the matches and see how it's behaving and how much dew there actually is. But I'm just saying, if there is dew, a lot of these games in the Tri-Series and the Asia Cup could be predictable because if you win the toss, you win the match.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, even though the game started quite late there.
That's what happened in the last T20 World Cup that happened in UAE.
2021.
Australia won the World Cup largely, okay, they were a good team, but largely because Aaron Finch won a majority of their tosses.
Yeah.
I think he won like six of the seven tosses.
And he batted first and all of them? Batted in the
Chase,
chase all of them.
because you want to chase when there's dew.
Who won the toss in the semifinal? Was it Aaron Finch?
It has to be him.
Okay.
I think he came on record and he mentioned this as well.
Let's talk about Afghanistan squad.
Let's do it.
Rashid Khan is the captain.
I think they were struggling with just figuring out the leadership role within the Afghanistan squad. So they had like
Now, why would that be?
because they had 3 or 4 different captains in the past 3 years. They had Ibrahim Zadran being captain, they had Gulbuddin being captain, Mohammad Nabi was captain, and now finally
But-
Rashid Khan is captain.
I agree, but I feel like a lot of those people, except for maybe Nabi, were kind of like placeholders, and it was always going to go to Rashid Khan. He's the guy, bro. Rashid Khan is the Imran Khan of Afghanistani cricket.
Oh, he is the biggest name right
He's
now.
the biggest name.
But Mohammad Nabi is more like the pioneer. He's the OG. He's been there.
Yes, he is. He's more like
Hanif Mohammad.
Nabi is the Hanif Mohammad. If I were to make a one comparison, why are you laughing?
Don't clip this.
Do not clip this. I swear to God. But Rashid Khan was like the prodigal son. Like he was gonna get the mantle. He needed to get the mantle. He's a superstar. He's the guy that's like he's the face of Afghanistan cricket, bro.
Cricket for says he is the greatest T20 player of all time.
Well, cricket. I mean, don't even get me started on that. But at the same time, it is undeniable. Rashid Khan is undeniable, and the man's now the Red Bull ambassador for cricket in the world. With their boys at Cricket District, they're making some really good stuff with him. And I was looking at the Cricket District video where they were facing Rashid Khan again. Am I being cocky by saying, I don't know, I could have picked a couple of those.
I'm reading a book called Hitting Against the Spin, and it talks about how to play spin. It talks about some of the greatest spin batters of all time, and it talks about Rahul Dravid, Jayawardene, talks about Sangakkara, in the current era, the Fab Four, and it talks about what they do well to play spin. And you got to do 2 things. Either contact early, so sweep shots, reverse sweep shots, or play on the back foot. So either play it really early or play it really late. If you hang your bat right in the middle, that is the most dangerous spot.
Yeah.
So having known that, I would probably go out there and attempt to
Smash.
sweep, reverse sweep, go in the back foot. If it's not in the stumps, I can go in the back foot and just tap him.
At this point,
Easier said than done, obviously.
At this point, your video with Toby is also out, and I hope everybody's seen it. If you haven't, please check it out. Cricket District versus Backward Point. Toby went easy on you.
I think you went hard on me with umpiring.
I mean,
People are saying I got robbed. That last ball was going over mid-off.
I gotta see that again, but I thought you like skied it. I don't think it's going over mid-off. Come on. You threw that game away. This is the second game you've thrown away.
Okay, you think chasing 24 runs against Mohammad Nawaz, I threw the game away? Didn't you bat first against him?
No, there was another game where you... No, I think I threw that game away. You haven't won one. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
You haven't won.
that's correct.
Right? So you drew one with me. You lost against Toby. And then you lost against Mohammad Nawaz. We were 3 for 0 in the Backward Point Challenge Cup.
I'm going to win the next one. The law of averages state that I have to win the next one.
All right, well, anyways, Rashid Khan is in the team. A lot of the names are familiar, which scares me because a lot of these guys were in the 2024 squad that went into the top 4.
Some of their batting to me is not as familiar. I'm going to be honest. I don't know who Darvish Rasuli is. I haven't heard of Mohammad Ishaq. Siddiqullah Atal, I haven't heard of him either. But I know Ibrahim Zadran, top class opener.
Mhm.
Gurbaz, dangerous up top. And I think I know everybody else on their team.
Does Noor have to make the 11 this time?
It's tough, man.
Really? Still?
Because
This guy.
the thing is, if you look at new ball bowlers, right? The options that Afghanistan has is, so Fazlullah Farooqi definitely bowls the first over.
Naveen Haq.
Naveen Haq can also bowl the opening with the new ball. Also, Azmadullah Umarzai can bowl with the new ball. But if you want to go spin heavy, then you can also get Mujibur Rahman to play and bowl the new ball. He's a pretty good bowler in the power play. So I think they have a problem of plenty with the ball. And they're also like quite all-rounder heavy. They have Rashid who can bat, Umarzai, top all-rounder, Gulbuddin Naib, biceps.
Yeah.
Mohammad Nabi, Kadeem Jannat.
I think that's the way to go in modern day cricket to at least the next near future is that you gotta stack all rounders. That's why when people are like, oh, Pakistan only playing 3 fast bowlers or 3 genuine bowlers and rest of the 2 overs are from, or 3 overs are from, or 3 slots, I should say, are from all rounders. I'm like, that's the way modern day cricket is playing. You need to make sure your batting depth is till number 8 or number 9 if you can. And you make sure that you got good all rounders in there that can save you a bowler spot so you can put in a batsman. That's the way to do it.
100%.
And Afghanistan is a modern day T20 cricket playing nation. They have globetrotters in their team who play every single league. They understand the consequences of having an all-rounder and they bang on that. And I think Pakistan cricket, if there's anything to learn from the Afghanistan squad, is this.
You know, Pakistan squad, I keep going back to Pakistan squad of the 07 T20 World Cup.
Mhm.
Do you know how many all-rounders we had in the playing 11? Mohammad Hafiz, Shoaib Malik, Shahid Afridi, Sohail Tanveer. Abdul Razak wasn't in that squad, but Abdul Razak was in the next World Cup squad. So that's like half our team was of
Omar Gul, if
all-rounders.
you want to call him a little bit.
Not really.
Smashed
Not
us.
really. No. I don't want to call him.
Omar Gul in the 2007 World Cup on the last ball of the second last over, hit a 4 to make sure that he only had 13 runs to chase in the last over. I saw that final on TikTok today.
Okay.
And I was scarred all the way over. And then Gul did make himself into sort of a pseudo.
The game against South Africa in 2012.
2010 or 12, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
2012. That was a classic match.
yeah, I had to watch that one after the 2007 final. That's actually a very true story.
The Bulldozer.
The Guldozer, yeah, man. Him and Akmal.
Even Ajmal's edge, the winning shot.
There we go. That's what happens. So the Afghanistan team looks stacked. As a Pakistan cricket fan, you're looking at this team. You're looking at a potential 11 from these guys. Are you scared?
I'm not scared. I'm scared of how Pakistan approaches this tri-series because the condition in the UAE, they're going to support spinners. The Sharjah pitch always has this sheen on it. And I just feel like if Pakistan just goes ballistic in the first 10 overs, either we're going to be 100 for 0 or we're going to be like 41 for 6.
In 10.
In 10. So what I want is for our guys to, again, be adaptable, tackle the spin, play those reverse sweeps, play those sweep shots, come down the pitch.
The first match is against Afghanistan.
Right. Again,
It
very
goes right-
important match.
It goes right off the top, right? They have. You want to talk about the UAE team at all?
It hasn't been announced.
Ooh, interesting. What does that mean? A late Usman Khan injury?
Usman Khan is currently playing a T20 tournament in Lahore,
The Ghani Institute?
the Ghani Institute. Yes.
Yo, is that a big
I think he
tournament?
scored 100.
Naqvi came in and inaugurated that tournament.
Bro, Ghani got some pull.
I mean,
I think he also got Babar Azam to inaugurate the stadium, I think.
maybe. There's rumors that Babar Azam was going to play that tournament, but then he didn't. He pulled out or something. With the opener being Afghanistan, Pakistan, and a potential loss right up the front for a Pakistan cricket team. Again, I'm covering my bases here, guys.
I was going to say, this is like Nazar Sayed 2.0. Because if you've been watching the podcast for 2 years, you know this guy is delusional
What?
AF.
What are you guys talking about?
And now he's like, guys, just be wary of Afghanistan loss. It's coming.
UAE.
Guys.
I said UAE loss.
If we can
said
squeeze through a
UAE.
win against UAE.
Sneak. You gotta sneak that win in. Yo, I'm just trying to look. there is one criticism about backward point that I stand by sometimes, is that we infuse the masses with copium. Not even that, even worse. There's another opium that we infuse into them. Hopium.
Opium, yes.
We give these guys, everybody listening in here, we give them hopium, including our rival team. Like, the Indian cricket fans will be watching and they'll be like, yo, these guys, what are you guys talking about? Right? It's a completely different reality. It's like I'm watching NDTV and Arnab Goswami and they're not, right? We are the Arnab Goswami of Pakistan cricket, Bashar. Believe that if you can. And so
I think you're the major Gaurav.
because
Because you're way too little.
yeah. Yo, but he has that eye thing going on. He doesn't blink. Have you noticed that?
No.
Yo,
I don't
again,
watch him.
For the coverage of the Indian squad and the Asia Cup, I watched a lot of Major Gaurav Arya.
For the Indian squad, for the Asia Cup.
Because he had 3 videos on the Asia Cup. He was reviewing the Asia Cup, bro. This guy does not blink. He just has this thing going on with his eyes. He looks at he looks at the camera all like menacingly, like he's gonna like punch me through the, like he knows I'm Pakistani or something, and I'm watching him.
Pakistani.
Yeah, it's the effort on the K that the Indian fans really do with the Pakistani.
We've also been giving our Backward Point listeners exclusive 10% off their purchase at yashisports.com.
What the hell?
How
do you go from Major Gaurav to Yashi Sports?
If you use the code BP10, you get a VIP exclusive discount on your purchase at yashisports.com. They are Canada's home of cricket. They have been supporting this podcast for the past few months. And honestly, they help keep the lights on. So thank you, Yashi Sports. If you like Backward Point, cricket, Pakistan cricket, go to yashisports.com. Check out their large variety of equipment. Make a purchase, use the code BP10, and they also have free shipping on orders of $350 and up.
Which I can ask you one question before we log out. Just going through Pro Sports YouTube channel, guys. If you guys haven't seen Pro Sports and you're a boxing cricket fan, what are you guys doing? Check out Pro Sports. They have a question on their latest video that I want you to answer before we wrap up. Can Pakistan win this Tri-Nation series? They haven't somehow did an hour on this.
Can they? Yes. Will they? Who knows?
If you had to bet your entire life saving on Pakistan winning the Tri-Nation series,
probably not.
Who's winning it?
Afghanistan.
Really?
Because you mentioned my life savings. I don't want to lose that.
Okay, then on the record, on the pod with the Oasis shirt, me and Bashar both. This is the record that we're saying. Bashar is not confident enough to bet everything he has on Pakistan for the Tri-Nation series.
I'm not.
Well, time will tell.
I think we should. I just want to talk a little bit about Pakistan's probable playing 11.
Let's go.
There's been
I
lots
thought we did this. The playing 11.
Yeah, but there's been lots of conversations on Pakistan not playing Abrar and Sufyan together. So I get that. I think Pakistan wants to have batting depth. But there are a couple of scenarios where Pakistan can play Abrar and Sufyan together. And I've come up with a few combinations. I want to hear your thoughts. So if Pakistan does not play both specialist spinners, this is going to be Pakistan's playing 11. Saim Ayub, Farhan, openers locked in. Do not touch that. Fakhar Zaman at number 3. Mohammad Haris number 4. Salman Agha at 5. Hassan Nawaz at 6. Muhammad Nawaz at 7. Fahim Ashraf at 8. Shaheen Afridi at 9. Hassan Ali at 10. And Sufyan Mughim at 11. So you can also swap Hassan Ali for Haris Rauf if you want some extra pace.
Yep.
Now
I think they would go Haris Rauf over Hassan Ali.
They likely will.
Likely
Yes.
will, right?
Yeah. So in this playing 11, with no 2 specialist spinners, we already have Saim Ayub who can bowl 4 overs, Salman Agha who can bowl at least 2 overs,
At least 2, yeah.
Mohammad Awaz who can bowl 4 overs. You have Fahim Ashraf, Shaheen Afridi, Hassan Ali / Haris Rauf, and Sufyan Mughim. That's 7 bowling options. Now, with these 7 bowling options, if you still think Pakistan should play 2 specialist spinners, there's a couple of things you can do. So what you need to realize is you don't want to compromise on batting depth. So Pakistan can bench either Hassan Ali or Haris Rauf and play Abrar Ahmed. So you're setting out a pacer for a spinner.
But
what you can do then is you can open the bowling with Shaheen and Abrar or Nawaz. So, instead of opening...
Or Saim.
Or Saim, right? So you can still have those new bowling combinations. But if you still want to have 3 pace bowling options, you can set out a specialist batter in the top 4 and bring in Hussain Talat. So if you want to bench in Fakhar Zaman, push Haris to number 3, Aga to 4, bring in Hossein at number 5. He's a left-hander. Can give you maybe 2 overs of pace, and that can sort of solve that problem.
Consolidate,
It's
yeah.
still having pace bowling options, batting depth.
So
A left-hander.
is Mohammad Nawaz a lock for you?
He plays all the matches for me. He's a lock. Yes.
Wow.
100%.
I remember.
Because Pakistan used Mohammad Nawaz in Florida with the new ball. So they're showing that you don't have to play Abrar to ball the new ball, because Abrar is a pretty good ball in the power play. But if you're playing Sufyan Mukim, you still have Nawaz who can ball the new ball, because he's done that for a long time for Quetta as well.
Okay, so Nawaz is a lock for you. You wouldn't trade him for Hossein Talat in that situation where you have to play 2 spinners.
In these conditions, I would not trade Hossein Talat for Nawaz, no.
Okay, so Nawaz is a lock for you.
Yeah. If I want to rest Fakhar Zaman, I can rest Fakhar Zaman, push the batting order one up, and then bring in Hossein Talat.
I like it.
Again, if I want to rest players, I can rest Shaheen for Salman Mirza. I can rest Fahim for Wasim Jr., kind of.
Do you think Shaheen plays against UAE?
I think his workload will be managed. So he may not play all the matches. He may just play the important ones against Afghanistan. And Pakistan will still look to rotate their bench.
Because at the end of the day, this Tri-Nation, even though it's important for the build-up and the momentum, and as we mentioned, all that, it is still a trial run for a lot of these players. This will be Salman Mirza's kind of like a big tournament, if you want to call it a tournament. It'll be a big step up for him from the bilateral that he played. And a lot of these guys will get some game time in a crunch match situation where there is actually a trophy on the line involved, and they can come out and at least show what kind of metal they're made of under pressure and see what they can do.
Pakistan's management's thought process is very clear. They want to build squad mentality. I just heard Pakistan's bowling coach Ashley talk about how they don't want to rely on 1 or 2 bowlers. They want to have a pool of 4 to 5 bowlers where they can go back to. So again, this is something we were lacking in the Babar Azam captaincy era. We had a very good playing 11, but as soon as Naseem Shah got injured, we had to fly in Zaman Khan for the Asia Cup. We had to go back to Hassan Ali for the World Cup. So this Pakistan management is making sure that if there are injuries, which are inevitable, that we have backups in place who we can just swap in.
Lots of things lacking in the Babar Azam era, and now Babar Azam lacking altogether in the Pakistan era. With that hopeful thought, I think you pointed out something very, very nice. And I don't think Sufyan and Abrar get games together. But if you actually want to press the panic button and you lost to UAE and you have a must win against Afghanistan, then you might pull something like this and make it happen.
Also, I'm hearing a lot of criticism on Fahim Ashraf's selection. Guys, we don't have a pace bowling all-rounder who can match Fahim Ashraf's skill set right now, which is very sad. Extremely sad. We used to have Amr Jamal.
He's out.
He's out.
No central contract.
Central contract gone. Picked up a back injury last year. Spoke ill of the Zalmi captain. Lost the Zalmi squad. Went to Karachi Kings. And now he's still working on his back. He's working on his action in the NCA. He is still being seen as a backup kind of Fahim Ashraf if something happens. But again, if you're critiquing a selection of one player, make sure you recommend a different player in their place.
I agree. And I kind of disagree with you. I don't think Amr Jamal is even in the plans right now. I think the backup of Fahim Ashraf is Ahmed Naya.
Again, I don't know how good his batting is. I need to see more of his batting, but I kind of agree with you.
And that's, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of Amr Jamal is doing. You don't have to talk. You don't have to open your mouth on every single thing. Just keep shut.
Yeah.
Let it be.
Mind your business. What did that journalist say to LeBron? Shut up and dribble. Just shut up and play cricket, guys.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode. I don't know what it turned into. I think we're still a little bit jet lagged from the whole Oasis experience, but here we are. Thank you guys for tuning in. I think the next time we see everybody will be in the Tri-Nation, right?
Yeah, Friday probably.
Friday.
Even though Pakistan has back-to-back matches, so
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
So we'll still try to come up and do a quick review.
Yeah, like a 20-minute thing. Every time I say the Tri-Nation, I want to say the Tri-Wizard Tournament from Harry Potter, but anyways.
Was that Harry Potter 4?
I think that was Harry. Yeah, Goblet of Fire. Good call, that, sure. Are you psyched about the new HBO series?
Kind of.
Have you seen set leaks photos yet?
I have.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Sparked your interest?
I'll watch it.
All right, it's turning into a different episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the Patreon members. If you guys want to be a Patreon member, now is the greatest time to do it. Check out the description below. Check out the tiers. Sign up. Join the WhatsApp chat. And there's one more thing I wanted to say.
Before we go,
Yeah.
Backward Point is now available in Hindi.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Dude, YouTube has this new feature where you can pick your audio track.
Yeah.
And because we speak in English, our audio track is being dubbed in multiple languages.
Yeah.
And one of them is Hindi.
Yeah.
And so I heard our last podcast where you were discussing Pakistan squad, and a big chunk of that podcast was discussing whether Babar Azam is Pakistan's cricket's GOAT in the last 10 years. And when I heard that part in Hindi, it said, Kya Babar Azam Pakistan cricket ka bakra hai?
And a lot of people were like, when we shared that on social media, they were like, yeah, well, he kind of is the scapegoat of Pakistan cricket. So there is a lot of layers to that Hindi dub.
I've never heard you speak such fluent, like pure Hindi.
It wasn't my voice. Because it was the same guy doing both of our voices. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just being racist because we sound the same. I don't know. That's an interesting little thing. If you guys have made it to this part of the podcast, go to the settings, click on the Hindi dub, and see if you guys can understand anything.
I'm hoping this will be more views for Backward Point because you can just, if you're from
Yeah,
India,
but the conversation is kya Babar Azam Pakistan ka bakra hai? And that's not what we were talking about. So the nuance is missing, but first steps.
we'll get there.
Yeah. And pretty soon AI will just do this podcast for us and we won't even be here. We'll be dead. Because they're going to take over the world. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Honestly, 75% of people who watch us, A, hate watch us, and B, don't subscribe. That's crazy. Like, we get millions of views a month and we don't get those
Takes
people to subscribe.
$0 to subscribe.
Please do it. Even if you hate us, subscribe. We love the hate. And we'll see you guys pretty soon into the Tri Nation series. And hopefully after a win, because I'm genuinely terrified of the series.
Or learn.
There we go. Thank you guys for tuning in. Drive safe, and we'll chat with you soon.